Hi lovelies, I'm still alive. I've just been super busy and consumed with some crazy things that have happened in the past 2 weeks. So this is going to be week 19 and week 20 Baby Bump Diaries episode. So let's jump right in. Okay, so if you hear some guitar, it's because my husband is playing his guitar. Right below me is his man cave. My she cave is upstairs, his man cave downstairs. So, alright, let's talk about symptoms. They've actually been the same for the last 2 weeks. Number one, my bloody nose in the morning has come back. So when I wake up, I'm really stuffed up, blow my nose, you know, blood. And actually it's gotten a little worse. It's still not like flooding or anything like that, or flowing, or, but a little bit more than it was the first time I experienced it. The second thing is, unfortunately, I think I have that pregnancy mask that I've read about. I thought it was just a fluke, but a couple of weeks ago, my face started burning. It got really like red, and Joe even said that it looked like I got a sunburn, but there was no sun, and there was a definitive redness up here where it started and finished. Well, it came back this past 2 weeks. I don't know if I can show you. Get really close. You can kind of see it, but it's there. Another symptom, and this is just an elevated symptom, I think because I am pregnant, and that is my eczema / dry skin. And now I have had eczema for a long time, but I've never had it really that badly. I mean, I get maybe a spot on my arm. Well, I saw one spot on my arm here, and then another here, and then another, and then on my face, like over here it's really dry, and then on my back. I've never had it on my back before, ever. So while I am used to having dry skin in the winter and using certain lotions, I've never experienced my eczema to this degree. It is like all on this side too, just going down all right here. So that's kind of something that shocked me when I discovered it. I was like, oh my gosh. If any of you ladies have experienced the pregnancy mask where it was burning, what was some of your remedies that you used? The other night I fell asleep with a cold compress on my face because it was burning so bad. And if you have eczema and if it's ever been severe for you during pregnancy, I would love to hear what you did and the remedies you used. I have been using a lot of body butter and I love it, but I don't think it's doing its trick. I think I need something more medicated. That's pretty much it for symptoms. I did get a pregnancy pillow, a snuggle. I think that's what it's called. Okay, so it's called a snuggle. And it's really nice and comfortable. The first night I used it, I actually got the best night of sleep that I have gotten in a long time. My back didn't hurt. It was comfortable for my head and my neck, and even between my legs to support my back. So that was good. So all the other pillows are off on my side, and I just use the snuggle. The next thing we're gonna talk about is movement. I think this past 2 weeks I have started to feel baby move. And it's funny because at first I was like, huh, I got this little pop sensation. And one night during the 19th week, Joe had his hand on my belly and he swore he felt something. And I'm like, yeah, that pop. I'm like, that's exactly what I've been feeling for a while, a little pop. So that's pretty cool, and I've been feeling it a little bit more consistently with the fact that I know what gas feels like going through my system, because it actually started to go down the sides instead of down the middle. So I think that middle pop that I've been feeling is boo-boo. Which is great. I'm like, finally, I feel this life moving around inside me. It's amazing. And while Joe hasn't been able to feel another movement, I'm sure that will change very soon. As far as other things concerned with pregnancy, I think that this week 20, I really popped. I really just went straight out, and it's much more noticeable now that I am pregnant and didn't just eat like a really big meal or something like that. Which also means that I need to get a little bit more on the bandwagon with maternity clothes, because I don't have any like loungy maternity clothes. Because you know, I like to keep my Sundays pretty low-key, and I don't have any low-key pants or sweats to wear that fit me and don't like cut me off right now. Okay, so let's talk about baby. Boo Boo is the size of a mango at week 20 and weighs approximately 10.58 ounces. And this is the first week that they start measuring the baby from crown to heel instead of just crown to rump. That's very cool. So I'm just going to read you quickly what my app says, and the app that I use is the Pregnancy Plus app. Looking at measurements, you might think that suddenly your baby has grown a lot this week. The extra growth is not actually growth. It's simply because week 19, the length of your baby is measured from the top of the head to the bottom. The length of your baby's legs is not included the first 19 weeks because they are still too curled up and therefore very hard to measure. At 20 weeks, your baby's length includes the legs too. And now your baby is measured from the top of the head to the heel. Your baby will be developing more regular sleep patterns by now, and you may be aware of them, especially since most babies get more active when mom tries to go to sleep. If your baby is a boy, his testes will start descending into the scrotum. And if your baby is a girl, her uterus is completely developed by now. At this point in your baby's development, most of the energy is utilized in gaining weight. Your baby is no longer the length of a pickle, but that of a banana, a fruit that you should be eating due to its high potassium levels. The placenta has reached its maximum mom thickness and is busy supplying your baby all the nutrients and oxygen and disposing of the waste. So that's actually an interesting fact that I want to quickly talk about. First, it's that potassium. And recently, I have been getting a lot of Charlie horses. I had one in the middle of the night in the back of my calf muscle, and it hurt so bad I wanted to scream bloody murder. So I definitely need to increase my potassium intake because that directly relates to your muscle spasming. And I also got one in my foot yesterday too. So even though I don't eat bananas raw, I do like them in smoothies. So I'm gonna be making a lot more smoothies. The next thing I want to talk about is weight gain. So far, I have gained between 7 and 8 pounds. So this past week, I gained 1 whole pound, and the week of 19, I gained half a pound. So yeah, it's a steady increase, and that's good. I think that I'm right on track because most of the weight is going to be gained in the 3rd trimester. So that's really exciting, and I am just now feeling like I hit the halfway mark, and it is going by a lot faster. That's probably due to the holidays too and all the events going on with my family. And I have Gunner right by my feet, like just hanging out. I think that's it for week 19 and 20. Symptoms have both been the same for both weeks. Started feeling movement Weight gain has been pretty steady. Food aversions and cravings have pretty much been non-existent. And everything else I'm sure will come in due time. So let's do that bump shot. So of course the light decides to go out on me, the natural light, when I do my bump shot, so it's kind of shadowy, but so taking a breath, letting it out. So I can kind of, you know, I don't know if you can really tell, but I definitely feel like, oh God, that's really shadowy. I definitely feel like I popped this week much more than I have in weeks past. You know, I look down now and I'm like, whoa, I think there's a baby in there. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, lovelies, and I am so sorry that I haven't been consistent with my videos. I will try to be better, as I always do say, but I appreciate you tuning in and taking an invested interest. Invested? Is that even like invested interest? Does that work? I don't know. Whatever. Thank you for taking an interest in my journey to parenthood with my husband, and warning, I am trying to put up at least 3 more videos here in the coming week. So I made myself a goal and I'm going to meet it. Alright, have a great day, lovelies, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye!